Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, thanks for coming. My name is Stephanie and today's video is going to be all about the don'ts of the Camino de Santiago. Now these are just a few of the don'ts. There are plenty of them that I thought, in my opinion, may be of some help if you are going on your first Camino de Santiago or your second or your third. Now to begin, I'm going to start with some of the don'ts. Don't take your shoes off while you're eating or while everyone else around you is eating. It is gross, it is unsanitary, and nobody wants to be looking at you picking your blisters while you're enjoying a sandwich for lunch. This is something I saw a lot of people do, and it might be accepted practice, and that you might see a lot of recommendations saying take your shoes off while you eat, while you have a break, and put your feet up. Don't put your feet up on the chair next to you while you're at a restaurant. First of all, it's rude to the people that own that restaurant. It's going to deter other people away from that particular business, because if they see a bunch of pilgrims with their shoes off, taking care of their blisters, having them propped up on a chair, to me personally, I think it's disgusting, it's unsanitary, and I saw it quite a few times, and it disgusted me when someone next to me was taking off their shoes while we're all eating, and while they're eating, seeing them play with their feet and then take a bite of their food. Like, no, just don't do that, especially not indoors. I saw that and it irked me so much, seeing other people taking off their shoes. I thought it was so rude to the people that own the place. Like, yeah, you're a pilgrim, you're going to have foot problems, it's going to be pain. Just be courteous of the people around you, and don't do it at restaurants, please. For the sake of your fellow pilgrims, just take care of your blisters and your feet elsewhere. Don't leave garbage behind. And this is something I saw while walking. Now, these are places along the trail when you aren't near a town and you have to do your business, which not everyone, but most pilgrims are going to be in that situation. Make sure you plan ahead. Bring a plastic baggie. Don't throw your tissue paper or tissues on the ground for other people to clean up, and for the environment, and for the sake of the Camino de Santiago, because it's gross if you're enjoying your walk and then you turn to your left and there's a bunch of toilet paper and garbage and things that people didn't pick up because they didn't want to pack it out in their bag. Just don't do it. Again, be courteous to other people walking who want to enjoy the walk. They don't want to see garbage. You don't want to see garbage. So do it for the sake of the local community too, because they don't going to like pilgrims, because if a bunch of pilgrims are leaving their garbage behind and they're the ones having to clean up, they shouldn't have to do that. You should respect their local community. Another don't overpack. In a lot of my other videos, I really strongly believe in taking the minimum amount of stuff that you think you're going to need, because your body will thank you for it. The more stuff you bring, the heavier your pack is going to be, and the worse it's going to be on your knees and your joints and your feet, and it will save you a lot of problems along the way if you don't bring a lot of stuff. You can pick stuff up in the local stores. It supports the local towns and villages, and it brings business to them, rather than, ordering something on Amazon that you might just throw away later on. So another don't forget to get your pilgrim passport stamped. Now this is one of the things when you get to Camino or Compostela de Santiago, you're gonna go to the pilgrim's office, and to get your Compostela, you're going to need at least 2 stamps a day from Sarria. Now, it doesn't really matter so much if you start before the 100-kilometer cutoff, but it's nice to get stamps. It reminds you of where you've been and where you've walked and what day you got there, and I think it's a good souvenir in a way, because it's a good reminder of your entire Camino. So don't forget to get it stamped, whether you're just passing through and you want to get it stamped at a bar in that town, or like in your albergue where you stayed the night, get it stamped. You can always pick up more passports, just make sure. Like, I did mine with 2 because I started in Saint Jean and I got stamps along the way, and even in towns that I didn't stay in, just because I wanted to, get a cool stamp and remember where I stopped. So yeah, don't forget to get your pilgrim passport stamped in each place, really where you stay. This last don't is, I don't know, it could be a little controversial in a way, is don't make people who snore feel bad. I've seen on the internet people saying, if you snore, for the courtesy of other pilgrims, pay the extra and get a single room. No, I don't think people should have to pay extra just because they snore at night. Now, you're going on the Camino, and regardless, there is going to be people who snore. That is just a fact of the Camino. People have snored since the beginning of the pilgrimage, and back then people couldn't afford to, spend an extra for a single bed. In the spirit of the Camino, and if you want to stay in albergues, and it's just a fact of the matter that there's gonna be a bunch of people in your room, regardless if they snore or don't snore. There's gonna be people getting up at certain times and people going to bed at certain times. That isn't going to fit your schedule. So don't make them have to pay more just for you to have a good night's rest. If you want a good night's rest and don't want to stay in an albergue because people snore, then you should be the one to pay the extra to stay in a single room so you could get a good night's rest. Because, for most people, you're not going to be living on the Camino for a year. It's going to be a month or even a week of your time, and once you get home, you have your own bed and you can have a good night's rest. So that is a fact that you should accept right from the beginning, that no matter where you stay, there's going to be people who snore. So don't make them feel bad, That's all I have for this video. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. And if you like this channel, please subscribe. It really helps me out. If you guys have any more do's or don'ts, please leave it in the comments below. I am so interested in hearing about whether you guys are doing the Camino or what you've seen on your Camino or questions that you may have. So yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video.